Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. For those of you who don't know, I started Grumpy Old Fart to express my political and social opinions and to say things that I felt needed to be said. Unfortunately, YouTube started giving me strikes. As a hedge against this happening, I've created backup YouTube channels, Grumpy Old Gamer and Grumpy Old Ufologist. I also created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can find all of my stuff there, including my political opinion and current events. The link to my Rumble channel, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm still getting over that cold, so my voice is going to be kind of scratchy, and I may break out into a cough. I'm going to apologize in advance. I feel good. It's just this lingering thing that won't go away. I get it every year, so nothing to be worried about. But I'm going to apologize in advance for that. All right. I'm doing an unexplained phenomena video on exorcisms. For those of you who don't know, exorcisms are rituals designed to expel evil forces and demonic entities. Now, I did videos on demonic activity and paranormal stuff. Go check those out. Exorcisms have been around as long as religion has. Exorcisms were performed in ancient Mesopotamia. Many people equate exorcisms solely to the realm of the Catholic Church, and that is not correct. In fact, exorcisms of various types exist in just about every religion around the world. Natives on South Pacific Islands who've never heard of Christianity have rituals for dispelling evil spirits. It's literally every religion. So, excuse me. Around the world, exorcisms are on the rise. The number of requests across our nation alone exceed tens of thousands each year. That number is increasing around the world. Recent polls suggest that roughly half of all Americans believe that demonic possession is real. The Catholic Church alone has at least 10 official exorcists around the U.S. Other denominations have at least 500 combined. Italy has over 200. Spain has at least 37. Catholic priests in Italy, as a matter of fact, complain that they are severely overworked in this area. They say they have far too many possessed people lined up, and they are receiving little support from their bishops. So apparently there's some sort of a conflict in the Catholic Church over this. And I can understand why. Because a botched exorcism can make the church look bad. And, you know, it shouldn't fall to that, but I understand why it does. You know what I'm saying? Exorcists say that the vast majority of people requesting exorcisms suffer from schizophrenia and or dissociative disorders. They also say that 80% of these cases involve sexual abuse survivors. Essentially, nearly all of the people requesting exorcisms do not suffer from any evil spirits or from any form of demonic possession. However, the sheer number of cases across the world means that even though the percentage of actual exorcism cases is extremely low, the number of exorcisms performed is alarmingly and surprisingly high. There's a lot of them. Even when you discount the 90% or whatever that's mental disorders and things like that, there's still a lot left over just because there's so many of them. And of the exorcisms that are performed, a high percentage of them produce positive results. That's the part that I find interesting. It's one thing to say, well, this person is their life is crap and blah, 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 blah. They get an exorcism performed and then everything changes. I mean, you cannot discount that, period. Now, me get something to drink right quick. Okay. I realize that in today's modern and rational world, the entire concept of religion has been called into question. I understand that. This is naturally calls into question the validity of exorcisms. I understand people's misgivings. What I tell people is it's all about faith. Period. You either have it or you don't. I can't give you faith. You have to find it all on your own. And it's an individual thing. Consider this though. Real or not, most of the people who undergo these rituals arrive at positive conclusions. Does it matter if the rituals are based in fact or not? The people are better because of the ritual. Even if it's a psychosomatic thing, they're better. These exorcists are helping people. To the naysayers, I pose 2 points. First, these naysayers, they're either right or wrong. If they're right, how does my faith hurt anyone in any way? If they're correct, none of it matters, and all the people who have faith in God are wasting their time, but they're still doing positive things. They're living better lives for their faith, or at least mostly. On top of that, how does their faith hurt anyone who doesn't believe? You can argue back in the day where missionaries went and tried to force conversions and things. You can't force a conversion. You can't do it. In our modern world, it doesn't happen. Hundreds of years ago, maybe, but not now. If these people are wrong, if these people are correct, then I'm wasting my time, but my wasting time does not hurt anyone else in any way. Correct? If these naysayers are wrong, then the downside is all on them. If God does exist and religion is real, these exorcisms are real, then the naysayers, they're in some deep kimchi. They've got some serious issues to contend with, because I know what my religion says. I'm not going to force it down somebody's throat, but I know what it says. And if I'm right and the naysayers are wrong, they better have a come to Jesus moment. That's all I'm saying. I'll leave it at that. Secondly, if the devil does exist, he's a well-known manipulator. They literally call him the great deceiver. His most insidious deception was to convince man that he does not exist, which means the naysayers have bought into the deception lock, stock, and barrel. You see what I'm saying? If the devil does exist, his greatest trick was to convince the world that he doesn't exist. Well, that means the naysayers have been convinced. Any way you want to look at it, religion doesn't hurt, and being a naysayer pragmatically only hurts yourself. Again, I'm not trying to push religion down people's throats. That's not what this video is about. What I'm saying is, when people are having problems that nobody else, medical science or nobody else, can figure out, then they go to these exorcists, and these exorcists perform their ritual, and these people's lives are better. How does that hurt anyone? You see what I'm saying? I hope this helps everybody and gives you something to think about, if nothing else. And I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.